Up to this point, I have not seen any evidence that D.A. Willis's actions or lack thereof warrant action by the Prosecuting Attorney Oversight Commission. But that will ultimately be a decision that the Commission will make. Regardless, in my mind, a special session of the General Assembly to end run around this law is not feasible and may ultimately prove to be unconstitutional.
And that breaking news now at 3. The place and time set for a decisive hearing on allegations against Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis. Thanks for joining us. I'm Tracy Hutchins. Well, Willis is accused of taking part in an improper relationship with Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade. Wade was hired by D.A. Willis to help in her investigation and indictment of former President Donald Trump. That hearing to get to the root of Willis and Wade's relationship now set for February 15th. And new, and just in the last few minutes, we learned that Willis filed a new motion claiming Nathan Wade's wife is interfering in her investigation.
The bottom line is that in the state of Georgia, as long as I'm governor, we're going to follow the law and the Constitution, regardless of who it helps or harms.
Can you guys believe that, man? The district attorney of Fulton County, so embarrassed by the fact that she's got to answer questions about her alleged corruption, as the case that she thought, she really did think that she could use that case, the Trump case, to turn herself into some sort of Democrat legend or whatever, governor, who knows. It's all blown up in her face, and most likely it's going to completely destroy her. And that's her move, man. She claims that the fact that she's getting outed as an alleged corrupt homewrecker is the same thing as her alleged boyfriend, his wife, illegally interfering with the most famous and poorly charged RICO case that the world has ever seen. Amazing stuff, man. You can't make it up. But as crazy and as ridiculous as that sounds, there are still people, mushy-brained people, that will believe it. The citizens of Fulton County, however, her home, her place, her boss, the ones who are actually forced to pay for this entire mess, they're not having it. They are not believing it, man. It turns out people actually get really pissed off when they start thinking that the people that ensure that they follow the laws don't follow the laws themselves.
On another subject, the Fulton DA's office under Fani Willis hired a special prosecutor, Nathan Wade, who had never prosecuted a felony case. Fulton County has apparently paid this special prosecutor over $600,000. It's now been exposed through divorce proceedings that DA Willis and Special Prosecutor Wade took romantic trips together. It has also come to light that Special Prosecutor Wade billed the county for 24 hours in a single day. I guess his outstanding stamina was a prerequisite for his position. Fulton County commissioners never did approve the hiring, but paid him anyway. His billable hours also exposed several 8-hour meetings with the White House special counsel. Seems to me that the actual collusion is between Fani Willis, is between the Fulton DA and the White House counsel. Is this county business? I am requesting that this board perform a full audit
15
of
seconds.
Fani's entire budget. Our tremendous backlog of cases, county cases, still exists. It seems that she has wasted a ton of taxpayer dollars on non-county business, not to mention the taxpayer dollars spent on Fani's funny business.
Secondly, I fully support an investigation into the DA's office, whether it's the county auditor or whatever means is best appropriate. It is clear we have abuse in the DA's office.
I think that what we need to do is we need a complete audit of every department inside of Fulton County.
Good morning, Commissioners. Derek Blassingame. It is a pleasure and an honor to address you all today. Some of you all have made the comment this morning on my way in that he's done, he's through, it's over. Well, I want to let you know that Derek Blassingame, I'm done with Fulton County fumbling our elections. I'm done with the gross mismanagement of our taxpayer dollars by the Fulton County Democrats on this body. I'm disgusted at the information that is coming out of the district attorney's office as a taxpayer. I am done with most of your silence at the DA's apparent love affair with the special prosecutor and gross mismanagement of taxpayers' dollars to pursue what appears to be a frivolous lawsuit based off of partisan politics. Apparently, guys like me need to court Fulton County female executives if we want a free ride at all paid expense. Apparently, we need to pursue Natalie Hall and Fani Willis, or maybe the executives in other departments, if we want a full ride and full pay. The DA appears to be trying to protect past elections, but upon information and belief, she's trying to interfere with future elections by trying to convict a candidate before the general election. I'm requesting a financial audit to be done by the county auditor of the district attorney's office immediately. There is no way that you get more money when you're spending money, allegedly, for unnecessary and frivolous purposes. Also, these judges need to hire a lobbyist instead of grandstanding this board with these mediocre public relations stunts. Magistrate Court still needs a systemic boost and an IT transformation that's been achieved by the Superior Court clerk. It needs to be pulled together.
15 seconds.
Thank you. Finally, I'm urging you to appoint Julie Adams to the Board of Registration and Elections without delay. And we need somebody that's transparent, that's open, and that can be open-minded to all concerns and can address the people's needs. I'm also want that audit of the DA's office.
I don't know what else you can say besides God bless those people. Now, of course, we can all already hear it now. We know what's coming. It's going to be framed like they're all right-wing extremists. You know, those are all just evil, authoritarian Republicans showing up. And they're not showing up because they feel ripped off or deceived or betrayed. It's going to be because they're racist. Every single one of them. They're just racist. They misogynist, whatever. When the truth is, those are real citizens with real concerns and real regret that they elected Fani Willis as their head prosecutor. And those people, they just want some accountability. You know, they want an audit to make sure that what they're paying for aligns with their values, aligns with their interests, and more importantly than anything, aligns with the law. You know, there's no one on the planet that can say that with everything going on that is not fair. That is more than fair. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You know, this all does remind me, Governor Kemp back in August, like a typical weak and always completely scared of the machine, that the machine's going to come for him next type of Republican. That's what he is. He's doing a good job, but that's what he is. He refused to even look at it. He didn't want to look like he was even thinking about getting involved in the case. His statement, says that he hasn't seen anything to suggest that the DA office had done or was doing anything wrong or unethical. What he actually was saying was he's not looking. I haven't looked. I'm not going to look. There's zero chances that I'm even going to drive through Fulton County until this is all over. And he kept his word. He put his blinders on and he shut his mouth, which really, now that everything we know, is a real shame. He missed a huge opportunity. And really, liberals lose their mind at even the thought of the governor having a look. But this is how checks and balances work. He had a right. He had an opportunity. He really had a duty to take a look. And I think he's going to regret this because it looks like there really is a possibility the Georgia legislature, they're going to beat him to it. They are going to do what Governor Kemp was too frightened to do.
The Georgia Senate is poised to conduct investigative hearings into the office of Fulton District Attorney Fani Willis.
The majority Republican Senate says it aims to use power rarely used at the state level to target Willis, who is prosecuting former President Donald Trump. 11 Alive's Doug Richards is joining us now with more on what we are seeing here from the state capitol. Doug.
Yeah, Congress is well known for its politically charged investigations, and now there are Republicans here at the state Senate level who say that it's kind of time for them to get on board and conduct a similar investigation, perhaps into Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis. Because the state government sends about $3 million a year to help fund the Fulton County District Attorney's office, Republican Greg Dolezal says that's reason enough to investigate how the DA is spending tax dollars.
The General Assembly historically has perhaps not used their investigative authority as much as they should, in my opinion.
Dolezal wants to use that authority to examine Fulton County's election interference prosecution of former President Donald Trump. DA Fani Willis hired Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade to handle it. Willis hasn't answered an allegation made in a court filing that she has a personal relationship with Wade. But records show Fulton County has paid Wade's firm some $653,000 for his services.
The serious allegations that are out there as to whether or not this is prosecution for profit or there is some sort of inherent conflict of interest in the ongoing prosecution in Fulton County.
Frankly, it smacks of McCarthyism.
Democrats say a Republican-led Senate investigation into Willis, who is a Democrat, would be a political exercise in an election year in an effort to undermine Fulton County's criminal case against Trump.
It's certainly overreach, and I think that the Republicans do feel like this is some kind of payback or retribution for what Fani Willis has done.
The resolution has enough co-sponsors for it to pass the Senate. If and when the committee is formed, it will be run by Republicans. There will certainly be a few Democrats on it, but the committee would almost certainly do the bidding of its Republican majority. We're live at the Capitol tonight. Back to you.
All right, Doug.
Yeah, the way things are going, man, people are going to demand some answers, which is 100% their right. It's their duty. And it looks like it's not going to happen along political lines, right? Like I said earlier, people, they don't like getting ripped off. And they definitely don't like the same people that would and could throw them in jail if they do something wrong, having free reign over the system and being able to do whatever in the hell they want. And honestly, guys, how many times do we have to say, we told you so? We don't like saying we told you so, but how many times? I mean, how many times do liberals need to see their heroes destroy themselves and literally everything that they stand for before they realize that you're on the wrong side, guys? They're on the wrong side, but on basically every single issue, but certainly this one, I wish, it's a moral failing of my own, but I wish I could feel sympathy for Fani, but I can't, man, I can't. It is so incredibly rare to see someone actually get what they deserve when they abuse their power. I can't even actually remember a time that happened. So, when they think that they are so powerful that they can manipulate the system against a political opponent, especially a president, really anyone, any political opponent that they just don't like, that's just will not stand. It cannot stand. We cannot let it stand. So I don't think I'm going to be feeling any sympathy. If things keep tracking like they are, I'm not going to feel any sympathy. I'm going to keep enjoying every bit of this. But that's just my take, guys. Let me know yours in the comments. If you haven't already, guys, be a part of the channel's growth. Big year for conservative voices. So we can help each other out by liking, commenting, subscribing, most importantly, sharing. And I'll see you in the next one.